Hello, and thank you so much for tuning in. Good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in for today's session of Organic Divinity. Today's story stems from a hard part of life, and that is saying goodbye to your loved ones when they transcend from their physical selves into their non-physical spirited selves, to be seated at the right hand of the Father, to be sent for the glory and wait for the witness and the rising of Christ, and through all aspects of your personal divine spirituality. The purpose behind Organic Divinity is not to tell you that there is only one way to be, to live, to pray, to hold faith in. It is simply that we are all after the exact same thing in this world. And as I partake in these rituals that are so beautiful and so necessary for us to say goodbye to our loved ones, it is this particular story of Organic Divinity that I share with you today. Through the prayers last night and the lovely prayers that they were, it was brought to our attention the need of our connecting with our elders, for they are loaded with wisdom. And although we all may have a set of elders in our life that we have no wish to hear or to listen to, there are so many others that have walked this earth longer than we have that are full of wisdom. And it's not just the wisdom I speak of how to build things or how to solve issues or how to create and invent things. It's the wisdom of faith. It's the wisdom of understanding that as we walk this earth, we are our divine's presence on this earth as we do so. And as I move forward in this story and I speak of my divine, the divine in my life is God, and his son Jesus is my brother. Some have been taught and raised to see Jesus as the Savior, and that is such a beautiful and most important aspect of your spirituality. But I ask you to not pass judgment on myself or others walking this earth if they see your divine, as if they see Jesus as something other than what you may see. Because that is the intention of our divine. We are here to expand our own spirituality. And in order to do so, we must first understand that no matter who your divine is, your faith, the practice of your faith, the person you behold higher in esteem than yourself, wants you to know and understand on a level you are not yet there with, that you are their presence on this earth, and that everything that you do is a reflection of their presence. You are. I am my God's presence on this earth. And as I know that Jesus, who was the same human being as myself, in this physical form, had a higher level of divine consciousness that I strive for and wish to behold within myself, so that I may walk through this earth, and with every step I may see the love and the compassion for everyone, and that I will not pass judgment, and that I will hold the faith of God for the individuals in my life who lack it. And it was the simplicity of this dear Father in the prayers last night as we say goodbye and as we send our beloved father, uncle, brother, friend, companion, co-worker, as we send him into the loving arms of God once again. It was the simplicity of this. It was the simplicity of what Father said, that they are loaded with wisdom, that these elders, as we walk this earth with the elders that are still present, that as he meets them and holds them in their faith, that they question their purpose, that they want to know what their purpose has been and why were they put on this earth and why must they suffer in the ways that they do. And that was the pleading that I heard through the message of divinity that dear Father presented in the prayers last evening. And my heart opens wide for all of these beautiful people, because that is the organic divinity you see. And it's that you are God's presence on this earth. That you didn't need to do something major, that you didn't need to become some celebrity or some famous person because of what you may have done, what you didn't do. It is that you simply were God's presence on this earth. And as I've shared with you in a story in Organic Divinity number 7, that as I met that beautiful individual and he questioned that, which is why that beautiful sermon last night resonated with me, and why I ask through this very recording my divine universe to bless my intentions of sharing this with Father today as we lay our beautiful father, uncle, brother, friend to rest in eternal peace. Because he was and will always be God's presence on this earth. And as I recorded before, that beautiful man I met recently questioned why he was on this earth and why was he put through the suffering of illness, of bad health, and anything else that he may not have shared with me, that what was his actual purpose. And my heart goes out to you and opens wide for you to understand that you were living your purpose, that every single day that you were God's presence on this earth, and that as you walk through this earth, as you fill your gas tank with expensive gas, as you buy groceries with every penny that you have, that as you greet strangers on this earth, that you are doing all of this as you are living and as you are breathing, and every step you take, you are God's presence. And as such, you are emanating this beautiful sense of energy. You are sending out into this divine world the energy of God, of your divine. And that is the beauty of it. And as you walk this earth and you see this simplicity, as in the beautiful flowers that you planted, that you dug into the earth and nurtured and brought forth these beautiful blooms, every single step you take is on behalf of the divine. And that is your purpose. All of us are not, we are all not born onto this earth to do some great, magical, amazing feat for everybody in the world to know. In fact, it is the simple things. And again, it is these beautiful, simple ways that we show the world that we are God's presence as we walk it. And as we walk this earth, and as we work hard at maintaining that core sense of well-being that God only wants for us, we know and we do so because we know in our heart, in our mind, and in our soul that we are our divine's presence with every breath we take. And that is your purpose. And when you begin to see this beautiful world in that true sense that you are God's presence on this earth, then your divine connection is strengthened. Your divine connection is stored and maintained so that when the nasty parts of this world are trying their best to grab a hold of you, that your divine presence on this earth is this shield of protection that thwarts the very effort of all the negative people that possess the evil within them that do not want you to succeed. And that is your purpose on this earth. So never forget what that purpose is. Through your trials and tribulations, through the loss of your loved ones, through the darkest nights of your own soul, you must understand who you are and why you are here. It's not a question any longer of why you are here. The answer has always been within you. And through the every minute of every day, of every year, of every century, of every era, that has always been the truth. And it's this deep down faith of yourself, you see, that is your purpose. God sent his son, Jesus, to this earth for you to understand who you are, how you are, and why you are. And yet, we tend to let our society and our beliefs that have been instilled in us, we've been taught to see it differently because it is meant to thwart you and to prevent you from connecting with your own sense of purpose, which is your connection to your own divine and to me and my God. And it's that connection that I want to strengthen every day, because that is the organic divinity. It is our living and breathing and working and playing every day on this earth. And so I ask you to understand. I beg you to understand. That is your purpose. Whether you create and dig this beautiful garden and load it with flowers, whether you buy groceries and take it to your food pantry, whether you donate your clothes, every little thing you do in that positive light is your divine purpose. So no longer shall you go through this life and wonder what your purpose is. You understand now, and you take that wisdom from all of our elders who have lived this earth so much longer than we have. And you take that wisdom and understand that number one thing, that you are your divine's presence with every breath you take. And it is your choice whether you choose to accept that and breathe in deeply so that that resonates in your heart, mind, and soul. And with every day You bless the intentions. You ask for the blessings of your intentions to do just that, to live your purpose every day. Stop questioning what your purpose is. It prevents you from living your purpose. Questioning things in your life is the wobbly way toward God and your divine. Know that is your purpose and walk that path straight and confident that you are your purpose and that you are your divine's presence with every step you take. That is one's purpose. And what a wonderful way to live your day and every day, so that when you are seeing and getting closer to the end of your physical self on this earth, that you can smile and let that smile resonate deep within your heart, mind, and soul, because you are God's presence on this earth. And there is no other way to live your day. In peace, in calm, in love and joy. And then you see all of God's beauty before you in its most simplest forms. Because that is our purpose. We are God's soldiers. We are our divine's warriors with every breath and with every task we take. I thank you, my beautiful divine universe, for this message of organic divinity. And I ask you all to join me in understanding that is your purpose. And it is such a beautiful way to live every day. Thank you.